Hello everyone, this is Ahmed Kazim from Park Gamers Republic, and today we're going to check out the Deepcool Castle 240 RGB All-in-One CPU Cooler. Now this is a brand new CPU cooler from Deepcool that was released back in June this year along with their new fan CF120, which also features RGB LEDs. Also the RGB LEDs on this unit is addressable, so you can create very unique effects. So let's go ahead and check this out. But before that, as you can see, the box is a little bit damaged thanks to the shipping courier. So what happened to the product inside? Well, we'll find that out in a while. So on the front we have the GamerStorm logo and a picture of the main system in the middle. Features a round design and got the RGB LEDs on the top. At the bottom we have the Castle 240 RGB and 240 water liquid cooler mentioned. And yes, it's Asus Aura Sync compatible. Then on the left side we once again have the GamerStorm logo and the product name. And we also have a picture of the whole unit at the bottom. And at the back we have all the juicy details about the Castle 240 RGB. So here we have the dimension of the main system, then we have 71mm height, and then we got the dimension of the radiator, and in the middle we got some features listed about the Castle 240 like double-sided mirror effect, RGB LEDs, etc. And at the bottom we have the supported socket list. On the Intel side we have the LGA 20XX1366 and 115X series. On AMD side we have TR4, yes it does support Threadripper CPUs, and other common sockets like AM4, AM3+, etc. The design pattern is pending, company information and detailed specification are here. Got everything like the dimension, fan speed, airflow, noise, etc. listed. Then on the right side we have the GamerStorm logo and the model name again, but at the bottom there's a few more features listed like the addressable RGB LEDs, powerful motor, ceramic bearing, copper base, microchannel and easy installation. Then at the bottom of the box we got a few more features listed like plus 5V addressable RGB LEDs, RGB sync, addressable RGB controller and supported sockets. Well, that's pretty much it about the box. Now let's check out what's inside and is it even safe or not after the shipping damage. Well, we got a foaming layer at the top and everything inside is perfectly fine. The only thing that was damaged was the interior container. It took the hit but prevented the product from any damage whatsoever, so kudos to Deepcool for their packaging. Now let's check out what we have here. So first off we got a box with Castle 240/280 tag on it. Then we got two fans in the cardboard container. And finally we got the radiator and the main cooling system. So let's move everything aside and check them out one by one. So first up we have the Deepcool CF120 fans. These are Deepcool's newest fan. It got 9 blades and features a translucent finish. That's to help the RGB LEDs I guess, since the LEDs are on the motor side rather than the frame of the fan. We do have the rubber paddings on the corner. Got a similar back design as that of their TF120 fans. In the middle we have the information sticker with model number, rated voltage, manufacturing country and GamerStorm logo. As for cables, we got one 4-pin cable for powering up the fan. It is PMW fan so you can control the fan speed. And we also have 3-pin addressable RGB cables to control the LEDs. Same thing in another box. And yeah, rather than a matte finish, these fans features a glossy finish, making it pretty much a fingerprint and dust magnet. But for RGB perspective, I think that's a good thing since it will help in the illumination spread. Now let's check out what we got in the other cardboard box. So in here we have all the brackets, screws, nuts and manuals. So this is the instruction manual booklet, got everything on how to install and what to use. Then we got a plastic bag with the addressable RGB tag on it, got a bunch of wires inside. So we got a controller in here. It has a 3-pin connector on one side that connects to the RGB LEDs cable. Then in the middle we have a controller with 3 buttons on it with plus, minus and a dot engraving. And on the other hand we have a SATA connector. Then we have an extension cable with a bunch of 3-pin connectors. Only one end is female while the other 4 ends are male. Then we got another 3-pin to 3-pin cable. This is for the motherboard synchronization I'd say. Then we have one more 3-pin to 3-pin cable. I'll mention what everything does in the written review, so make sure to check that out. Then we have another plastic bag here. This one has the fan hub tag on it. So this is what the fan hub looks like, almost identical to the fan hub that comes with their Captain 240X CPU cooler. Got GamerStorm on the front, glossy finish at the bottom, model number at the back. As for connectivity, it has a 4-pin cable coming out of it, and we have 4 4-pin headers on the hub itself. Other than that, we also get a 4-pin extension cable, and it also comes with a zip tie and a double-sided tape. Next up, we have a plastic bag with the AMD and Intel tag on it. It got all the screws, bracket, nuts, bolts for the cooler mounting. Well, we'll look at everything one by one. So this is the backplate which goes behind your motherboard. It got AMD written on one side and Intel on the other side. Then we did get some thermal paste along with the cooler. It doesn't come with the thermal grease pre-applied, so you'll have to do it yourself. Then we get these 4 black thingies. I'm not sure what they're for at the moment. We'll mention in the review. Then we got 4 nuts for mounting purpose. Then we got 4 bolts. More screws. Then in a small plastic bag we got all the screws for fan and radiator installation. In another plastic bag with Intel tag on it, we got 2 brackets and 4 double-sided screws. And on the AMD side, we have 4 double-sided screws in a smaller plastic bag with TR4 tag, so that's for threadrippers. And in the AMD plastic bag itself, we have 2 more brackets and 4 double-sided screws for the AMD CPUs. So that's pretty much everything that comes with the Castle 240 RGB All-in-One CPU Cooler. Now let's check out the cooler itself. And this is what the Castle 240 RGB looks like. It might not look as stunning in the video due to the video quality and since the LEDs are not on right now, but make sure to check them out on our page to get a grasp of what it actually looks like. Like any all-in-one cooler, the main system is attached to the radiator via 2 tubes. The radiator itself is nothing out of ordinary and it got a refill port as well, but that's for the company use only. The tubing itself is a bit stiff and also braided, giving it that extra protection from accidental damage. But the main highlight of this project is this, the main cooling system. So on the top we have a reflective mirror-like finish, but inside there's a GamerStorm logo that glows when the RGB LEDs are on. Got a plastic film over it. Height wise it's about 1 Ahmad index finger, and cable wise we have a 3-pin addressable RGB cable and a 3-pin cable to power up the pump inside the main cooling system. And at the bottom we have a rectangular copper base and it has a sticker on it preventing it from oxidation and whatnot. Deepcool also made the sticker white just so you don't end up installing the cooler with the stickers still there. That used to happen with the transparent stickers in the past. So yeah, that was the Deepcool GamerStorm Castle 240 RGB CPU Cooler. We cannot highlight the RGB aspect of this cooler in this video since it's just an unboxing video, but make sure to keep following our page as this is a site you don't really want to miss when it's turned on. And if you got any questions regarding the cooler or any feedback, feel free to leave them in the comment section below. I'll get back to you as soon as possible. This is Ahmad Kazim from Pak Gamers Republic. See you in the next one.